Przed Państwem Ekspres Losy. W ekspresowym tempie ekspresowo uśmiecha się los. O, jak pięknie lecą worki z kasą, kiedy czermany w oko wpadają. A tobie co przyniesie los? Grajcie i wygrywajcie w punktach Lotto. Ekspres Losy, co za sztosy!
Hello and welcome to the last and most important day of the test event for the Formula Wing class. Today we have the medal series, which is going to end with the grand final, which is the most important race of the entire regatta, because after the grand final we're going to know who the winner of this entire competition is. Currently we have a little bit of rain, but we also have some wind, so we're hoping for some great action on the water. Follow us and back to the studio.
Welcome again to live broadcast from LOTTO Gdynia Sailing Day studio. My name is Piotr Kula, together with me Agnieszka, Skrzypulec, Szota, Olympic silver medalist from 470 class. Hello Agnieszka.
Hello, welcome everyone.
And we are gonna bring to you actually already a future, present but future of sailing, wing foiling. Today, Formula Wing, no mast in these boards. Like not even in windsurfing there is even mast. Here no mast, and you're gonna see what do these athletes do, how do they even sail, and with what speeds, because even now we have a view on their speeds from tracking 20 knots of sailing like this. It's pretty fast. So we are currently looking at quarterfinal of today's races. Pretty important format, a pretty interesting format, because unlike most classic sailing, there is a knockdown system. So whatever happened so far in the races, and let's remind, in 3 days of competition, only 2 days of races. Second day was not enough wind. And why even there was not enough wind when more classical boats were sailing. So as you can see on this footage from previous days, here we're not yet on live footage from race course today. It's a little bit more rainy and cloudy today, so this what we see is previous days. Those hydrofoils that are the only things touching water now, they need a little bit of power and pressure. How does it work in the simplest ways? How could we explain it to viewers who never sailed these, like me for example, so many years on the water and never tried this thing? Agnieszka.
Yes, sail or fly, because we can see that they are actually flying over the water. They are connected to the water just with the wing foil that is under the surface of the water, and to start lifting they need a decent speed, and they get the speed from the wind. That's why they have a wing above. They try to get as much pressure as possible to accelerate the board, and then they create somehow the lifting force that is lifting board above the surface. And at the end, the drag is minimalized, and they reach a excellent speed. What we can see, we have maybe 10 knots of wind speed, but they are sailing more than 20. They achieve more than 20 knots of the speed. So they actually double the speed of the wind.
What we see on the videos, this, let's call it a mast. I think it is even called the mast. So the thing underboard that we see that is sticking out from the water, it is underwater. There is like T-shaped, T-letter shaped, another wing. This is actually what generates this dynamic force that lets the board lift up. If you are familiar with this super fast, even passenger ships that lift off the water, this is exactly the same principle, but well, ships use engines and these athletes use their muscle to speed it up. As we said in previous broadcast from Hansa class, in this regatta, race committee allowed sailors or riders to compete in even lower wind speed than usually, which required them to put even more power and force from their muscle, what we see now on the screen. This is called pumping. And I'm not very envious of these guys doing so much of physical work in such a short intervals, because they race quick, short races, but very often.
Yeah, we can also notice that they are not only pumping with the wing, but also pumping with their legs. So I believe they are pushing water that is beneath their feet. And so this is how they add extra power and extra speed to the board.
Yeah, looks like really intensive sailing and intensive exercise for these guys. That's why they also are so fit. Let's be honest. If you do this for your daily activity, you must be really fit. So soon we're gonna see what is happening on the water, and let's have a quick look. What do they do ashore? How do they even get there? Because, as we said, this hydrofoil goes in the water. It would be good if it didn't hit the bottom of the sea first. So let's have a short look. What is happening? How do they even manage to get in the water? I'm guessing a little bit tricky initially to lift off. Oh, now we can see
different
this
techniques
force.
Of lifting boards and wings.
Exactly. So this thing that is in the air now goes in the water. These hydrofoils, very precisely done. This is what keeps the boards, it's too much said, allows them to keep themselves up. As you said, so much effort needs to go into making it actually happen. I'm guessing some of setups and choice of which foil you're actually using is pretty important in here. As I said,
you also need to be very precise with fixing the proper angle for these foils to get the maximum benefits and to start foiling quickly.
And the class has been actually recognized as international class very recently. 2021 is when World Sailing recognized the class as internationally raced class. And now what we're having here in Gdynia is test event. So also international sailing authorities are observing what is the potential for the class to become also recommended as Olympic class in future. We're gonna see today and experience how much different it is from classic sailing. Fun story, we have mother and daughter racing here today. We're gonna get back to this when we see them on the water, but this is something that sailing seems like it. You do not have connects, and not only between generations on more classic, let's call it more stable boats, but also in circumstances where probably one mistake lands you in the water pretty quickly, I would say.
Yeah, sometimes it's when you achieve such a high speed, it's risky that you can hit something that is underwater. This might be a fish or some trash, and it then there can be a kind of collision, and you can quickly end up in the water. And that's why those athletes are wearing helmets because of the safety reasons.
Exactly. We are, I wouldn't call it luck, because we also take very good care of Baltic Sea here in Poland. But we do not have much of trash, fortunately, in the sea. So that's a good sign for us. And in the meantime, we can start showing you a quarterfinal of the races. Wind clearly picked up comparing to the races of Hansa 303 double-handed when we had the broadcast of Eurosouth Inclusive European Championships. Just a quick reminder, Polish crew has won both gold and bronze. Silver and bronze went to France today in Hansa class. But now, getting back to this event, a little bit of about the format. So riders of these wing foils, they were racing already for several days, and today, first two from the qualification series have secured their spots in grand final. In the grand final, we're gonna also talk about what are the points. Let's divide it into smaller bite pieces. And now we have a quarterfinal in which one person from today's one single race qualified with so-called golden ticket. So if you have not been in top 10, you had still chance, in top 9, you had still chance to win one race, and then you go to quarterfinals. And now in quarterfinals, only 2 best riders are gonna go to quarterfinals. So this is very, very intensive racing. It's kind of win it or go back in your stuff after this race, correct?
Yeah, what's interesting in this format is that we started with the regular fleet race, and the winner of this race qualified to the quarterfinals, which means that even if you end up qualifying series at the last place, then the last day actually you can climb up through the whole stages, and at the end you still have a chance to win the whole regatta. So I think that this opens the game a lot, and we cannot tell now who has the greatest chance to win this event.
And we would actually like to know from our viewers, do you love it or hate it? Because people are actually divided between this, like, I love the format because last person after, let's say you had 3 days of races and you were 10th or even 12th, then you win one day, everything, at least a medal, maybe even entire regatta. So you can have a great comeback. But also it means that somebody who had very beautiful 3 days is still in danger without any, maybe not without any, because as I said, we're going to get to what kind of advantage you have if you are top 2 riders from qualifications, but you have reduced chances comparing to if you would carry all your achievements of these 3 days with you. So some people love it, some people hate it. I'm guessing those who lost some things from it would hate it. Some people who gained on it loved it, but we would also love to know what our spectators think. Do you love it or hate it? It is comparable a little bit to track and field, when you can run your 100 meters run and be barely making it to next stages and then have a beautiful final run and make a medal. So I haven't made up my mind yet. Let's make a deal between us, Agnieszka. We're gonna say if we love it or hate it by the end of this broadcast. How about that?
Okay, yeah, we will decide.
Do you have
Actually, we don't have a lot of time because the races are very short. The riders sail with amazing speed, so we need to be quick with commenting what's going on. We have a really nice wind. We started the day with lighter, but now the wind is nicely blowing, and we can see the full potential of those swing foils.
Maybe you have noticed just maybe 15 seconds ago there was a moment when one of the riders has lost the flight, meaning the board actually went down, touched the water, slowed down very, very much, and then the rider with putting quite a lot of force from pumping managed to lift it back up in the air and started sailing, racing, going. Now we're going to be having all these synonyms used because as we said, it is changing so rapidly these days. The technology that have allowed producers to make all these things light enough and stiff enough, because winged foiling has existed already many decades ago, but it was robust, it was heavy, it was hard to race on more global scale, and now the technology that we have today allows these boards to be actually easily applicable to the real life, and thanks to this we can see these beautiful pictures of riders in the air, and they can also adjust all these things. So, well, technology benefiting, sailing benefiting from technology. So now we see the quarterfinal. We were lucky enough to see one tack with the wing just being lifted over the head of a rider. And I've heard from some, even fin sailors from my class, who tried and now enjoy on their, let's say, sportive retirement, a little bit of sailing like this. They say, I love it. The shifts don't bother me anymore like this, because I just gently adjust my hands, how I'm holding this wing, and I keep on going. And I've seen actually footage when they go next to classic boats, and it is like a super new train next to old vintage heritage artifact of old era. Everything for somebody, so you gotta start somewhere, and I'm guessing quite a lot of these sailors also went through Optimist, but I've heard that once you taste these things, it's hard to forget about the speed.
What is interesting that when they reach such a high speed, they also create their own wind. So they are not that much influenced by the wind that is blowing on the area, because they already sail on their own. That's why they also don't feel that many wind shifts. Of course, they are searching for the paths where the wind is stronger, because it always helps us to sail even faster. But I believe it's more technical, and it's more focused on keeping the speed and generating the maximum power and maximum speed. This is the way for the success on this board. And speaking about the format, now we can see the girl Blanka Jerzałkowska, who is leading. Actually, she qualified with the golden ticket. So she's gonna to climb up a lot of places today, and looks like she's gonna qualify for the semi-finals.
Because if the tracking is right, she just finished the race in first position, which should mean that as of first two riders of this quarterfinal, she goes into semi-final. We're gonna obviously see confirmation from race committee, because as we know in sailing, everything needs to be confirmed by the committee vote. If there were no rule infringements, maybe some OCSs, meaning on-course side, so if somebody started too early. But if the information that we are looking at now are correct, we have a little bit of replay from tracking, and we have a confirmation that Blanka Jerzałkowska is going to quarterfinal, in which it seems like she's gonna join her mom or not. We're gonna have to say.
She just won against her mom.
She just won against her mom, Paulina Żółkowska. So yeah, well, sport is beautiful, but it's also happiness of one, and probably slight disappointment of another. There cannot be all the winners, but still we have Blanka joining from the journey so far, from the position where she had to win one race as a golden ticket. She claimed it, and now she has won a quarterfinal to get into semi-finals. So she's joining Emilia Costi, Iset Segura, Lara Cristina Talarico, and now we know that Blanka is going to be there, plus one more rider. We're going to have to wait for the information. Who is that going to be? But it's very possible that it's going to be another Polish sailor, Pola Wawrzyniak, if we're correct.
If we can trust the tracking, then Pola finished on a second position. And in this format, like the person who was first and second qualify for the next stage. So two Polish riders qualified from the quarterfinals to the semi-finals.
And we know that other sailors or the riders, they have reached the end of this event. So now we can already start making our mind if this is something that we actually like or not, because maybe somebody was a little bit higher before this quarterfinal and now have to go home. But this is a little bit like the other sports. Let's say the team in World Cup in football that won every single match so far is getting into quarterfinal. They just miss it by one goal and they go home, even if they played a beautiful match. That's why people love the sport in general. And for now, I am getting closer to I like it as a spectator. I don't know if I would love it so much in sailing, but similar attempts for testing this kind of stuff were done in Finn before, and we had a little bit of this kind of things in Europa Cup. So it was tested in actual regatta of a cup series. We had it this way that we raced, and top 6 boats would go to one final race, and leader would have 1 point, the number 6 would have 6 points, and now we race. So we carry over this. Let's say I was 6th, I would take these 6 points. One more race, normal points. Let's say I win, I have another point. With 7, let's see what is my final result. I liked it back then as a sailor because I actually gained twice, climbed to top positions, to medal positions. So I liked it also as a competitor. And now we're gonna see a little bit about what is wing foil shown by actual sailors and riders.
I'd say wing foiling is one of the best sports in the world because it is so accessible to have the most amount of fun possible. I learned windsurfing and then gave wing foiling a go, so I had that kind of vibes of learning how the wind works, and I picked this sport up straight away, and it was so much fun because the range of conditions that you can get out on the water is so broad. You can go out in light winds, you can go out in strong winds, you can go in rain, you can go in sun like it's now, and you can still have an epic time on the water. And not only is it accessible with conditions, it's also really good because anyone can get on the water, whether whatever your background, whatever skills you have, whatever where you're from, it doesn't matter. You can all get out on the water and have a sick time and share that stoke. I'm racing, so racing around the water, going full speed. Like we go, some of the records is over 40 knots now, and we often go a lot. We're faster than all the other sailing classes. We're probably similar than the IQ foils on the windsurfing. But yeah, so you can do racing. You can also do expression, which we have here, the GWA. So putting on a big show for everyone, and also freestyle. Can go up in the air doing some crazy spins, crazy turns. But what's so special is that whether you're a racer, whether you're freestyle, whether you're doing expression, or whether you're just going out on the water with your friends, enjoying nature, enjoying the sport, is that we are all sharing that passion of having fun. And that's what's so special. And that's why I do it, why I try get all my friends to do it, because it's easy to pick up and it's easy to have fun. So this is the board for wing foiling, and now you can also see that strapped to the bottom of it is the hydrofoil. Easiest way to think about it is that this is a plane but for the water. So the faster you go, as that plane speeds up, it generates lift, which pushes us above the water. Now this is a full racing foil, so it's quite small, it's very specialized, it's full carbon fiber, and it is an absolute work of art. Now, this is what we stand on. This is my starboard race board. These are our foot straps. We lock in there, giving us a load of control, which we need when we're going over 30 knots on the water, all super close together. The only other thing is the wing. Now, this is what's so sweet about wing foiling, is that it's very compact, it's very small. You can fit it in the back of your car, you can fit it in your room at home, whether you're a uni student or whether you have a massive garage full of all your very fancy wind foil equipment. The wing is the only other thing. That is the thing that we hold, that gets the power of the wind, generates the force forward, and then that pushes us forward. We direct that power of the wind into the board, through to the foil, giving us lift, giving us speed, and giving us fun.
And it looks like this was the best commercial ever of wing foiling. So much power, so much positive energy from this rider. And in the meantime, we have a start to a semi-final of wind foiler men competition. So now we can see the riders and a little bit of information. 3 of them have secured their spots in quarterfinal from qualification series, meaning the positions between 3rd and 5th. So whoever was in position 3rd, 4th and 5th in the qualification series have gone automatically to the semi-final that we are watching right now. In here we have Julien Ratotti from France, representing France, and actually by the tracking he's in leading position currently. Sean Herbert from New Zealand, you're gonna spot him on neon orange wing. Kamil Manowiecki from Poland, this one has been sailing from 5th position qualified to this semi-final. Sorry, and Ernesto De Amicis on blue wing. So we have two blue wings here, and Benes Stepan on red wing with yellow frame. This is how you're gonna be able to recognize who is who. So currently in leading position, Julian Ratotti. Doing nearly 20 knots of speed, Agnieszka. A little bit unachievable, no, not even a little bit unachievable for our classic Finn in the 470. What is your maximum speed? You remember?
The maximum speed that we can reach in 470 it's around 17 knots, and for sure it's like a half of the wind speed at the same time. While those riders they say double the wind speed. So this is very impressive.
We can
also see that they are choosing different materials. The wings doesn't look the same. They have actually different shapes, and what I see, they also have different areas. So probably it depends on the weight of the rider.
Of the rider, exactly. Whilst in the let's call it more classic boats, the area of the sail is actually calculated down to square centimeters. Here there is a little bit more freedom and liberty to what you're doing. As we announced, and we stay true to our words, this whatever you see here happens so quick. The entire race can be even 6 minutes long. This is what was happening actually in qualification series. Since the second day was not allowing riders to start in proper races, the third day was back-to-back 8 races, really quick 6-minute races, and the waiting time between the races was so short that entire series was closed for both men and women within 2 hours.
That's
imagine the focus.
What I also see from the pictures that we got, that there is extreme precision in their movement. They go around 40-50 kilometers per hour, and they just turn at the mark. They don't lose any ground. They don't sail any extra meters.
Looks a little bit like they're dancing with their boards.
Yeah.
Like literally the moves and the steps they're doing. Imagine doing this, or I will imagine myself doing this on flat ground. Maybe if I lose balance, I fall. They do it in full speed, as you said. It's remarkable. So
and we can see a very close battle between the 3 riders, and only 2 will qualify to the grand final.
Exactly.
So the level is really high, and they are actually neck to neck.
Look how they actually approached the top mark. One of them just made a tack. They had to gain a little bit of height, so probably didn't make it exactly as planned initially. So had to make a quick lift with 2 tacks up to make the mark. And the distances between them, we see this now. The distances, one of them actually capsized, and this is either Julian Ratotti or maybe Ernesto De Amicis. We need to see, and let's. This is probably not Julian Ratotti because he seems to be still in the lead. So I would actually think that it is Ernesto De Amicis, who by this capsize. We know for sure that he's not gonna qualify to further racing, because only 2 of these riders are gonna go to next stage of regatta, meaning Julian Ratotti, and very close fight between Sean Herbert and, let's very quickly check, Ben Stepan. So we're gonna have a little bit of replay, hopefully, to see what happened and what went down in this situation. As you said, one little mistake may mean that you just...
There is no ground for mistakes in this format. And it's such a quick board.
So what we can expect even further on from finals is that as the stakes go even higher, the margin for mistake gets even smaller. So this is probably what we're gonna experience here today. It seems that we have at least tracking shows us that Julian Ratotti and Sean Herbert have managed to qualify to final races. They're gonna join Matis, Gio, and Costa and Gladiadis. Costa has achieved already in this regatta slightly more than usually, so already super good event for this rider who has been racing better than his average. So already very big congratulations to this rider. We know how much even small victories mean in the entire career. So these are close-ups to these riders. As you said, Agnieszka, this is absolutely amazing what these riders are doing in the conditions of so little stability here. It's very pleasures to watch this replay from the race. We already know that the race has finished, so now entertaining you while we wait for another race, we can have views on close-ups. Look how sure they look. It looks like they just woke up and they're going to brush their teeth like this. No, I'm gonna just do this maneuver like a really good, well-trained ballerina.
Yeah, especially that this is a new class, so they also didn't spend years on those boards.
Exactly.
But it looks like they were born on them.
Exactly. It looks like walking. Some of them, like Kamil Manowiecki, who has joined this class from windsurfing and IQ foil. This was already a little bit of foiling experience, not even a little bit foiling experience, a lot of foiling experience, but still with a board, with attached mast, with a sail that moves certain way. And we are looking at discussions between riders and the jury because we have information that there is a protest. And this is probably Stepan Benes, and most likely talking with jury in presence of Ernesto De Amicis, because most likely this was what happened. Maybe something between the two sailors. Sorry, we have information that it is most likely actually Sean Herbert with Ernesto De Amicis. Maybe there was some contact that led to collision. If yes, then we're gonna have very interesting situation in which jury may or may not make some sort of decisions whether these sailors should be, for example, be given a redress. And this is actually really interesting because as the format is new, we in here in studio and you as our spectators, we don't know exactly what is going to happen. In more classic series, we know that protests must be, at least in the medal races, must be resolved on the water, but there are no repeats, let's call it. But here, this is very, very important to know what is going to happen because the race is over. We know already that two sailors, Julian Ratotti and Sean Herbert, they did cross the finish line first. Let's see the replay of the situation between the two of them. It's most likely this moment, as we said, things, happened so quickly. They were approaching mark very close to each other, and one of them, exactly, this is Stepan Benes, if I'm correct, went into the water. No, it's not, sorry. Yellow and Sean Herbert in orange, neon orange. And approaching to him was Ernesto De Amicis. Oh, exactly. Sorry, Ernesto De Amicis going now in the water.
Lost control. We cannot really see what happened there from this angle.
Exactly.
But looks like maybe there was a contact between the wing of one rider and the board of another, and that's why it ended up with a protest. But we don't know what's gonna happen if they're gonna resail the race.
Even more exciting.
Because this happened between the riders who were about to qualify, who were fighting for qualifying. That's why it's important that we have
one of them
results.
Exactly, one of them crossed the line in second place. And if this collision, or we don't know if collision, but if this situation caused the change of results, I'm not very envious to the jury right now to make this decision. That's why, waiting for the results, we're gonna invite you to see another video about what is happening here in Marina, Gdynia.
It's a sunny and windy day here in Gdynia, so it's perfect for sailing and sightseeing. If you need a break from sunbathing, swimming in the water, or just sailing as a sailor, we've got you all covered. Welcome to the marina in Gdynia. Here we have a regatta village created as a part of LOTTO Gdynia Sailing Days. As soon as you enter the marina from the Kościuszko Square, you'll be greeted by dozens of sailors and our race office, where sailors, coaches and officials are constantly coming and going. The marina is spacious and has a truly unique atmosphere. Side by side, you can find everything from impressive yachts to small sailing boats, which shows the diversity of life in the water. With so much space and excellent facilities, Gdynia is a venue for many important events, such as 470 Junior World Championship currently taking place. Marina is also ready for 2027 World Sailing Championships. Need a coffee before exploring? Stop by Morze Kawy and grab your favorite drink. And just a 2-minute walk further, you'll find the rest of our sponsors' stands. There's plenty to discover, interesting facts, interactive activities and shopping opportunities. And the best part? It's located right next to the beach. So if you need a break from sunbathing or swimming in the sea, come over to the regatta village, join the fun and see what's happening.
It's gotten really hot in here in Gdynia, even though we have a little bit of a rainy day because of the situation between Ernesto, the Amicis, and Sean Herbert. In the meantime, waiting for the information about what is going on between them and the jury, the decision, there was a situation, we didn't know if it was collision or not. But in the meantime, to keep you also focused, we're gonna jump into a semi-final race of women in the wing foil races. We see that we have less than 2 minutes till the start, and if it's going to be as exciting as the previous one, we're going to need a solid break after this.
Yeah, and for sure we'll keep an eye on Blanka Jerzałkowska, who today won already a golden ticket to the quarterfinals. She won the quarterfinals.
Black Horse.
So looks like she feels strong in such a breeze. The days before we had lighter air, so now maybe she can show her potential, and maybe this is her day to shine.
If that's the case, if the conditions are actually in her favor, then we actually might to see exactly what you said, Agnieszka. We will for sure be very, very closely looking at this. We have Emilia Costi in this race, who has qualified from first spot here. She was third in qualifying series. Iset Segura was fourth. Now she's sailing the one with the pink board, for those who want to spot her as her favorite. Laura Cristina Talarico from Italy. We're gonna see her with the white and black, white foil with the black stripes. So now basically in the middle, almost in the middle of a screen, Blanka Jerzałkowska, and who else joined her? The pack is Urlap Palomba, probably. We're gonna have to check exactly who joined from also quarter finals. So very interesting. I'm telling you, we have a bet about if we like this or not. I'm starting to like it even more than before, probably thanks to the emotions that we have here. But now we are looking at the start to this race, and it looks like somebody had a little bit of delay start. Or maybe that is just a spectator, and we are looking at somebody who's only looking. So the race has started. We have probably only 6 minutes of it, and let us remind the viewers: 2 of the ladies sailing in this race are gonna go directly to grand final. The first 2 that are gonna cross the finish line.
Yes, I think that Blanka Jerzałkowska has some troubles, because we have some inside news. Looks like she is just about to start, but with really low speed, so probably some problems with materials.
It must be because her speed actually showing twice smaller speed than the others. We see on the screen who is starting now. Dilara Palombo from Turkey. She qualified from quarterfinal. And Blanka Jezrukowska. So far, it looks like she's pretty far behind the main pack. This is because probably something must have happened before, because when other 4 competitors were starting already in full speed, she has been in the pre-start area, not really speeding up, so we can't tell you what happened. But even though our black horse of today had a big shot, it looks like this may not happen to her. Well, it's never over till it's over. Who knows? We have seen the situation from semi-final of men when one rider has fallen into water. Anything could happen, but as we said, these riders, they look like it's a walk in the park for them, what is happening in this on this board. So the chances that there's going to be very big comeback from Blanka are not looking very promising. So in the meantime...
But on the other hand, Piotr, we have offshore wind, and we can see that there are areas of much lighter wind and a huge gas on the side. So I think she still have a chance for catching some distance to the leaders.
I would actually say that this is the entire beauty of the sport, that you never give up, because who knows, there is another 5 minutes of race, and as you said, something can happen. Some patchy wind may mean that they will park, some will park, some other gains. But in the meantime, focusing on the leaders, Emilia Costi in somewhat looking comfortable lead ahead Lara Cristina Talarico, followed by Iset Segura from Spain. So this is how top 3 looks like now. Quick reminder, only 2 of them will go to the grand final. Super quick races. So this is how the future of sport looks like. One quick reminder, this is event that is observed by authorities of world sailing to see how the formats can look, whether sailors and spectators love or hate the format of this kind of knockdown. We promised our viewers that we're going to make our decision whether we like it or not, as also viewers bringing you this live broadcast. Garmin weather from the morning showed a little bit lighter wind. It picked up now, fortunately for our sailors. Thanks to this, we can see so much action in here. Do you think they can adjust anything on the water to sail in lighter or stronger wind? Doesn't look like they have much room to do anything with the equipment. Once it's chosen on the shore, what we've seen, it looks like they have to sail with this, Agnieszka.
Yeah, looks like they choose the wing based on the wind speed and probably also on their body weight. So for sure, we always want to have the biggest sailing area, but at certain point, it's important that you can
Actually
transfer the pressure to the speed. So that's why we can see the differences in the materials. I wouldn't be surprised if coaches have some spare wings on a rip, as we've seen that the preparation is pretty quick and easy. You just need a pump. So maybe they are pumping their wings on a rip and they have some spare ones.
You mean in the best advertising video for wing foiling ever that we have seen before? It may be yes, exactly that they can change some things on the water. In the meantime, we are approaching second part, at least, of the race. I think they have managed to sail better part of the race. Still, Emilia Costi is leading the pack. Emilia from representing Greece. Now we're gonna most likely see her in grand final today as well. She's followed by Iset Segura. So for now, no changes to the order of races compared to qualification system. So whoever qualified like this, like they are as they are sailing now from qualification series, this is how they are actually racing currently. So Emilia in first, Iset in second. and Lara Cristina Talarico from Italy sailing in third. So even though this kind of knockdown system makes a lot of room for unexpected rise and shine or lose and unfortunately go ashore, whoever was ahead of another in the qualification is still ahead. But we see that actually Lara Cristina
Extremely close.
is gaining quite a lot, and now it is gonna come down to whoever is gonna be first and second. They need to still make the mark, and it looks like we have a swap on the leader position. It looks like Lara Cristina Talarico has claimed the lead, and Emilia Costi sitting in second, very close with the third. So it is going to come down to whoever has a chance to finish ahead of another one. But it seems like Lara Cristina Talarico in first, Emilia Costi in second. So they swapped. Look at the joy on the face of this rider.
And Lara Cristina Talarico is climbing up. She qualified to the next stage, so now she can be sure that she will not finish worse than fourth.
Exactly.
And she was fifth after the qualifying series.
So now it is already confirmed that she's going to have a greater result than she had before. And Emilia Costi, she's also qualifying from fourth position to the grand final. And grand finals are going to be coming up very quickly. We hope we have also some information in the meantime about what is happening from the semi-final of men fleet. So, confirmation of finals for ladies. Jette Koep from Germany, Klara Chalupnikova from Czech Republic, and now joining from semi-final, Agnieszka, we have?
Lara Cristina Talarico from Italy and Emilia Costi from Greece.
Exactly. We hope to let you know what have happened with Pola Jeżdżałkowska, that she couldn't start on the gun, as we say in English, so on the very second of the start, because as you see in this format of racing, one mistake may actually disqualify you. This is actually replay. We can see when one of the boards went down, lost a flight, and look how much effort the rider has to make exactly to climb back to this position to start gliding or their flight to be much faster. And the difference is like between 3 knots and 17, which is amazing. Very big difference. So now we hope to see another competition. We most likely gonna start with the grand final of men, because they have started racing a little bit sooner, and we're gonna bring to you also what is happening with who is gonna actually be competing, meaning if there are any changes after the protest. So this is something that we're gonna have to wait for to get official confirmation from the jury and from race committee. I'm not very jealous of their job right now, what they need to do, because one of these guys actually has finished in second position. But if they were so close to have a situation between each other, and actually who fell in the water, meaning Ernesto de Amicis, was inside. In most general terms, whoever is rounding the mark inside in relation to another has right of way. But in here we need to also be
sometimes we
mindful.
need to step back to realize the whole situation, not just the moment of the incident. So this is what the jury is gonna to analyze. In a slower boat, the umpires are sailing behind sailors, and they make decisions on the water live. In this case, we need to.
Hard to follow these guys.
It's hard to follow, yeah. Probably we need some jet skis to follow them.
comparing these to what is happening, for example, in Sail GP, which are catamarans that are also foiling above the with at least their hulls above the water level. The chase boats for media and for jury are also on foils, and I've seen actually the interview with the rider of the motorboat. He has to anticipate what is going to happen, knowing it from sailing, from the experience, because boats don't nobody from crew of the boat will tell them what they're doing next. This is actually, let's call it classified information, so others couldn't respond to it. So it's not on the radio. And imagine the dangers with the speed. In here also, the riders are just on their own. There is board, but nothing protects them. So if they would be hit by a motorboat of umpires, it could have end up very badly for them. So, well, probably it's a trade-off. We are not too close not to disturb you, but then we or endanger you, but then we also do not see everything that has happened so much. Fortunately, sailing is sport of ladies and gentlemen in pure meaning of these words. So hopefully they just say things as they were, with emotions, obviously, high stakes, but as they were, so jury can decide on what has actually happened. We have seen replays from the water. I'm a little bit tempted to try this sport for myself and see if it is actually possible for me to get the flight. Have you tried?
No, I'm windsurfing, and I told myself that as long as I'm not doing the planning job, I'm not switching to another equipment.
Okay, so
so I'm getting closer, but not there yet. Yes.
For those who just joined, Agnieszka Skrzypulec Szota is Olympic silver medalist from Tokyo in 470 class. Yesterday we had 470 Junior World Championships 2 medal races final. Also a little bit different format than what we are used to so far, where usually the medal races are just one. It is also so much more interesting to see the tactics changing when you approach the medal races for both of them, for 2 races, and also points are flattened. So what we see now, what we witness now, is that sailing is making very strong and serious attempts to do the sailing, especially finals, so much more energetic, so much faster, and so much more things can actually change for sailers, for riders, for viewers as well, to make it more interesting. I am thrilled as we watch this, what is happening. Still waiting for information from men semi-final, what is the outcome of the protest. If we're gonna see in the races those who actually finished in first and second, let's remind Julien Ratotti from France and Sean Herbert. If the protest is not going to be upheld and the finishing order will be the one that is deciding who is racing in grand final, this would also mean that top 4 riders from the qualifying series are actually joining grand final. So even though it has been made so much more interesting than, let's go broad, 70 years ago or 20 years ago in sailing, it still is leaving enough room for leaders to remain in lead position and then fight for the grand win in the final. And now we're gonna see a little bit what's ahead of us in the calendar of LOTTO Gdynia sailing days. So Agnieszka, we are on, believe it or not, 29th day of the entire festival. Can you believe it?
No, it's unbelievable.
It's almost a month of event-packed things happening, not only on the water. Also, it's an invitation to locals from Gdynia, but also tourists. Come join us here in Gdynia Marina. Not only sailing is happening, there is also quite a lot of events ashore. There was even opportunity to go through the digestive system inside of it. So if you want to see how things work and you have a little bit of information how the things work inside our bodies, this was also possible on like a health day. So not only sailing here in LOTTO Gdynia Sailing Days, also extra events. And now it seems like we have confirmation who is racing in the grand final, and it looks like it is how it was. Agnieszka, we see Sean Herbert from New Zealand racing in this race. It means that his situation with Ernesto de Amicis did not influence the final order.
Yes, exactly. The two first riders at the finishing line qualified to the grand final. There was no changes on a race scoreboard. So now we have confirmed 4 riders. They are getting ready for the start. We have 50 seconds. And what I believe now they try to find their spot.
And look at this, 40 seconds to the start. One of them is actually in the water, just sitting. This may be also actually a tactics, because maybe he will just like lift his board up in the last moment and just start. So unless this
Don't you think that in those fast classes you just need a proper space for accelerating your board and then you hit with the full speed?
Even preserving the power and your energy for this. 15 seconds to start. This is actually really interesting. What is going to happen? Some of them are in the water, but we may actually be looking at some of the spectators, maybe ladies even waiting. But this one seems like it's waiting a little bit too long, too close. So this is probably someone who is actually sailing in the actual race, and it might, by the color, with number 1 here, these were probably spectators, because the number 1 here on the left here, it is Matis Gio, the leader after the race. We have 4 of them in the picture. In number 3 should be Julian Ratotti, who have with the red bib, who have won the semi-final. So also, what is good about being in semi-final, you're warmed up. The leaders, so number 1 and number 2, Matis Gio and Costa Gladiadis from New Zealand, they were spectating. They were not in the game. I think I would actually prefer to go from the semi-final and be already in the game for last half an hour to just add.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. They have some advantage. They have more experience and they already know where the ley lines are, and in
the very spot.
Yes, they know where's the spot, and in such a quick boards you don't do a lot of maneuvers. You just focus on speed, and if you can calculate the ley lines properly, then you have a huge advantage over your opponents, and we can see that they are so close to each other. So it's just a matter of small mistakes.
But we see that they are so close that whatever gonna come down in the nearest couple of minutes, actually maybe 4, is gonna determine who is gonna be winner. And quick reminder, those 2 men, Matis Gio and Costa Gladiadis, have qualified to the grand final. Each of them is having, it's like they have already 1 win. Each of them has 1 bullet or 1 point. And winner of the regatta will be determined whoever first gets 2, let's call it bullets, so 2 times number 1. So if either of these gentlemen is going to win this race, this is the winner of the entire regatta. However, if none of them wins the race, meaning either Sean Herbert or Julian Ratotti win this race, the game continues. Because then it means that 3 of them has 1 bullet each, and then they opened another chance for themselves. It looks like
at the moment the leader of the race is Costa Gladiadis, and he was second after the qualifying series. So it means that if he wins this race,
but he already has 1 point as well. Both of them has. Yeah, then he would win the entire regatta.
Then he would win the whole regatta.
Exactly.
So if we stop the race now, he's gonna win the event. So,
but fortunately for us, we do not stop the race yet. This is half of the race so far. So we are gonna see another loop. Soon they are approaching bottom gate. By gate, it means that they can choose either of this, what you see now on the tracking, or we've seen in the tracking right now. So either left or right side of the, we see the tracking once again, Mark 3 and Mark 2. This is like equal thing. You can choose one or another for yourself, depending on your tactics. Now, interesting thing we see, Sean Herbert, who doesn't have a bullet yet, doesn't have this 1 point that you need to collect 2 of them to win. He chose to go completely different way than other riders, especially than Julian Ratotti, who is sitting in the lead. And information that we have now is either one or another of these guys is in the lead. If one of them wins, we see another race. Hopefully we actually do, because this is so interesting that the appetite grows as you eat, as the Polish proverb says. So this is going to be extremely interesting to see. Matis Gio, who was leading after qualification series, now sitting in 4th place. Comfortable to have one bullet, but would be even more comfortable to just win the race and claim the victory in the regatta.
But look, Piotr, this is what we said before. The 2 athletes that already sailed the semi-finals, they were warmed up. Now they are leading the race.
Exactly.
This is extremely interesting. What is challenging for us is that we cannot see any sail number. We got used to follow the sailors based on the sail number. It's very visible. They just have numbers on their shirts that are really small. But for the grand final, we at least can recognize the athletes by the bibs they are wearing. So the one who was leading coming to the grand final has a yellow bib, second one has a blue bib, and the third one has a red bib. Exactly. So if either if the one who's wearing the yellow or blue bib in this first race of grand final wins this race, it means that we are closing the event.
Exactly. In the meantime, we have somewhat confusing tracking information, because we have Sean Herbert and Julian Ratotti in 1st and 2nd, but we also see the other riders, meaning Costa Gladiadis and Matis Gio. It looks like they finished the race. So now whatever is happening between these sailors, we need to get a little bit of confirmation, because we either lost some of the tracking or actually we have leaders already on the finish line, and we're going to be having to in this case we would have to bite our or eat our words, because it seemed like Sean Herbert won the race, but what is happening on the tracking with Costa Gladiadis and Matis Gio, it is a little bit hard to explain from this point of view. So we're going to have to get information from race committee actually, because it may
actually,
be.
Piotr, it looks like the leading boards.
They withdrew.
They withdrew from the race.
To save energy, probably.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Because now we can be sure that they are going to sail another race.
Smart or not? What do you think? Because we were saying that experience from the previous races, from semi-final, quarter-final, gives an edge to both Sean Herbert and Julian Ratotti. And now Costa Gladiadis and Matis Gio, they stopped the race for themselves, because finishing in 3rd and 4th didn't give them win in regatta, didn't give them nothing. They just stay in whatever they had. So now Sean Herbert has 1 point, and the other guys who qualified from 1st and 2nd, Costa Gladiadis and Matis Gio, they also have 1 point. All 3 of these guys can win the regatta. But we said a little bit extra racing gives you advantage. But also maybe for these guys, staying in the race and pumping, probably on heart rate 190 or something like this, with full speed, means that they are spending energy. Probably the calculation.
Yeah, for me, it sounds like a risky strategy. I mean, even when you are not leading the race, you can still collect the data and prepare for the next one.
We see exactly what have happened. Now that's why we were confused. Sean Herbert finished the line. but the black boat is Matis Gio, and the yellow one is Costa Gladiadis. They were both already out of, they withdrew from races. Tracking still shows their path, and it seemed like they didn't take a mark. I thought maybe a little bit of GPS tracking mistake, but it was not mistake. It was exactly what we saw, that the two gentlemen who came from semi-final, they finished. One of them got one bullet, and now we are gonna be getting ready for another race. Also interesting to see if first race committee is gonna let the ladies sail their final race, or they will just continue another one, and this is gonna be this is gonna be very interesting to see. So first one on the line, we're gonna see the replays now. So first one on the finish line, meaning Sean Herbert, neon orange wing, has gotten himself 1 point, equaling the chances with Matis Gio and Costa Gladiadis. By the way, speaking of a little bit of inside info, Costa Gladiadis already has achieved something that he wasn't usually getting, meaning very, very high position. So this is very big week for, half a week. This is fourth day of racing for him. So as we wait for another race, we will do a little bit of recap. What have happened? From men, there was a collision between two riders. One of them got to final, one of them got in the water. Unfortunately, this is beauty, but also drama of the sport. Among ladies, we had Blanka Jeżałkowska, who was a black horse of the regatta, but we're gonna have to see what happened, that she did not start right on time with the others to the final. To the semi-final race, and finished the way that she couldn't go any further. We were. It seems like people like those. Let's call it, for lack of the better word, underdogs. So when you climb, you start rooting. It's a little bit like a life story, no? You start slow and you want to get faster.
You also always need to believe in yourself and in your success, and you need to fight till the end. Actually. Exactly. And it's over when it's over.
Exactly. Sport knows these situations when one starts celebrating a little bit too early and another one just like wins the last half a meter even. Exactly, to the finish. So now we have a little bit around 2 minutes, a little bit over 2 minutes to another start. This is gonna be most likely grand final of women. If we are correct, to see what is the decision of race committee, which also gives more time for men to recover, to deliver better spectacle for us.
But the one who quit the race, actually now they need to wait longer, so maybe that wasn't the smartest strategy. Because I believe
it's cold as well.
It's pretty cold outside. It's a little bit raining, so just waiting for the race might not be the best option.
It's probably the trade-off. Save energy, but also maybe I wouldn't call it a get bored, because probably in this state of emotions high, they are not gonna be getting bored. But I think I would race till the end. I also liked practice races before regatta. Many sailors don't go to practice race, the one that doesn't count. It's just, as the name says, practice. I always like to race it, even though yes, you are getting more tired. But it's the day before regatta, you will have plenty of time to recover. But it gives so much information to how the race is gonna look like, how the marks even look like. Sailing instruction says yellow mark, but is it this tall or that tall? If it's more narrow, if there are any sponsor logos, as we here have LOTTO Gdynia Sailing Days on it, it changes your perception of the thing. But now we have gotten closer to the women grand final, and let's make a quick reminder who is racing in this race. So we have Jette Köpp from Germany, Klara Chalupnikova from Czech Republic. We have also Emilia Kosti and Lara Tarlarico, these both qualified from semi-final. The fight is gonna come down to them, and they are starting as we speak. Now we can see two of them on starboard tack and two of them on port. Look at this, who is gonna go in front of whom? Okay, the port tack ladies had to go behind the other ones. So those that we see now, they are racing or sailing on a starboard tack. One of them tacking away. This was, I think, Klara Chalupnikova. So now only one rider going to the left side of the race course, and all the three others go to the right side. Generally, in here in Gdynia, yesterday and somewhat today, we see that the right side generally pays off a little bit more. So safe to say that bigger chance that still the right side is something that is preferred by racers. But if we look at tracking now, we could see that that leader, Jacek, was going way higher, way better angle, let's say, to the mark. So closer distance, shorter distance than the three other racers. And it seems from tracking that she's leading. So decision to remain a little bit longer on the starboard tack actually seems right now that it paid off, but it can change any second. Things are changing here so fast that, and actually it did change because we have a pretty strong shift from the right side. We have been explaining a little bit what shifts mean. When the wind starts blowing from different angle, sailors use this to their advantage to get to make this zigzag a little bit more favorable. That's the easiest way I can imagine explaining this thing. Let's hope to see the top mark footage. Exactly, this is what we see, and it looks like Emilia Costi from Greece was rounding the mark as the leader, and the leader of the regatta now is sitting in third or even fourth, in third place. At the cup in fourth place,
It
even
looks
lost.
like it's a lot of troubles. She cannot start from the water.
Or she decided not to do it as the other gentleman did. Maybe she decided like trying to gain the flight back is too costly for her energy. If she will not be able to catch the other ladies, it will mean that she cannot win the regatta because Emilia Costi is in the lead now. If she wins this race, she gets 1 point and the race continues. So it is possible that, or maybe you're right, maybe she has some technical issue. We're gonna be able to probably see it from their social media in the evening what have happened, because sailors, thankfully, they share information what happened to their races. She is standing and it looks like she's withdrawing from the race. But also she's still in the area of the game. So generally, when you retire from the race, you need to make space, let's call it this way, for others that are still continuing the racing. It looked like she's been in one spot. Maybe there is some sort of technical issue. But in the meantime, race continues. Emilia Costi in the lead. If she wins this one, she gets 1 point, and the race or the competition goes on similarly like with men division.
Yeah, that's. I'm really surprised seeing athletes quitting from races. I mean, the wind today is very unpredictable, and you can always fight for getting the stronger paths and gusts. So for me as an athlete, I would say the game is open till the end, and we've seen that even a small mistake can lead to the capsize. So there is always a chance for gaining places.
Especially that if Emilia Costi crosses the line in the lead, then it's game over. Then you do not have a reattempt. we don't
actually,
know. Maybe
Emilia Costi qualified from
sorry. Yes. You're right. So it's only if Klara Chalupnikova would win this race, which she is actually in the lead right now. It means that the regatta is done for the ladies. We don't know. Maybe Jacek has some sort of other issue. It's not her decision. It's very possible. So we're not going to be determining one way or another because we see that now she started moving over the. This is actually.
I just wonder, Piotr, if maybe Jete decided to wait at the top mark and distract Klara. You think this would be an option for her?
We would have to actually consult with the jury if boats on different legs of the course can, let's say, interfere with each other. Because in match racing, you can't. If you already are on the new leg of the course, you should not be attacking or disturbing your opponent that is on another leg of the course. So those leaders, Klara Chalupnikova, is already on another round, let's call it, but Jete now seems like she resumed the race. Maybe she had the issue that she overcame, and now she's continuing the race as sportsmanship dictates. So we're gonna see what is gonna happen next. If she is gonna take the mark, if she's gonna round the mark and continue race, this will mean that she overcame the issue and continues racing. But the round around the mark. Nope, she looks like she continues. So it's gonna be very interesting to see.
At the moment we see the Klara leading the race. She was second.
So it would mean that if she wins this race, she claims victory.
Yes,
in
exactly.
the regatta.
Exactly.
Klara
Looks like she already picked a good lane line and.
To remind the viewers, she needs to go between mark 3 and 2, so the gate that is ahead of her, and then go straight to the finish that is between race committee and finish end. So now we see the tracking. She's going very fast, around 20 knots. And
now we're gonna see her happy.
If she's happy on the close-up, it means that we have a confirmation from herself that this wing foil testing event for them, for World Sailing Championships test event in Formula Wing has been won in women. Most likely, yes. She's clearly happy, Agnieszka. So
congratulations, Klara! Amazing race.
Exactly. Followed by, I think, in second we have Emilia Costi, and third Lara Cristina Talarico. So this seems like we have a winner of the regatta. Smiley faces tell us that this is actually confirmation. It's a confirmation before the race committee.
Unofficial confirmation.
Unofficial confirmation by Smile. This is it. Obviously, for the results, we need to see them from committee. But yeah, you can see the athlete being stoked about what has happened here on the water in Gdynia. So Klara Chalupnikova from Czech Republic seems to be very, very satisfied with her performance. And we're going to see the scoreboard very soon.
And look, Piotr, despite the, let's say, bad weather or cold weather, she's wearing short sleeves. It means it's very physically demanding, the board. So she knows she's gonna burn so much energy, so she doesn't want to be overheated. Most
definitely, yes. Yeah, I think if they would be wearing some long-sleeved neoprene, they would be just boiling on the water. I gotta tell you that I was coaching last year, and I had to avoid the IQ foil training. And now that we're looking at the replay from tracking, I think this is exactly. Before the story, let's look again at the finish line from tracking. So Klara Chalupnikova with a comfortable lead, finishing and claiming her victory in regatta, followed by Emilia Costi. Klara won, and now we have also Lara Cristina Talarico in third, followed by called. With
Overnight leader.
Exactly. So this is how they started. Half of fleet, so 2 of them on port and half on starboard. Why would you choose to go to the right? Not because we knew that the right-hand shift was favoring these ladies to get basically more wind and closer distance, shorter distance to the top mark. This is how they gained their advantage. So we said that in previous broadcast with Hansa, Eurosov, European Championships, inclusive European Championships, the slower the boat or the board, the more tactics is playing the factor in the result. But here we also see quite a lot of tactics, which is more expressed in strategy. So we're going this way or that way. So the decision before the race is seems to be very, very important. Clara sending us a kiss to us and all the spectators. So thank you, Clara, for this very nice expression of your smiles and happiness also for us. This is why we're actually watching. We want to share this happiness with the athletes.
Yeah, I feel those emotions.
Yeah.
I love watching the athletes.
A bit like racing yourself, kind of, right? This is very
winning
very
ourselves. Yeah, we don't. We are not getting tired, but we are feeling the emotions of winners. Yes.
Exactly, we get these positive emotions as well. So it looks like we have a grand final for ladies concluded. We're gonna jump to men. Second race of men grand final. So to make a quick reminder, or if you just joined watching, men division already sailed one race of grand final, and it was won by Sean Herbert, by which Sean got 1 point to his pocket, let's say, and made a tie with 2 gentlemen who were already in top of the leaderboard, meaning Matis Gio and Costa Gladiadis. So now in this race, whoever of these gentlemen wins the race is going to be winner of the regatta by getting 2 points, and 2 points actually secures the victory. We're going to be making any bets on who has the biggest chance on this, or it changes too fast and there's absolutely no way to know who can score the point.
We know that 2 athletes that qualified from semi-finals, they already raced 2 races. Maybe they are already a bit tired at the moment. What we've seen in this race, what was a little bit special, that 2 overnight leaders, when they realized that they are not gonna win the grand final, the first grand final, they just quit the race. Yes. They said, we want to save energy. Exactly. So we'll see which strategy actually is gonna to benefit in the second grand final.
Saving the energy versus more, let's say, data gathering or experience gathering in this spot on this venue in Gdynia at the LOTTO Gdynia sailing days. Well, yes, interesting to follow 2 different strategies. One extra information: if Julian Ratotti wins this race, we're gonna have another one, because then it would mean that all 4 of these riders would have 1 point each, and only 2 points collected by one of the riders secures the win in the regatta. So chances are in favor of those who already have 1 point, because they only need to, well, it's easier said than done, only need to win 1 race, but we see how these races actually look. So now we are approaching something that may be final race of the competition. Wingfoil World Sailing Championships test event in Formula Wing. Now men division is getting ready for starting here in Gdynia at LOTTO Gdynia sailing days. So not so much sun, not as much as yesterday, but so much more wind today. So maybe it's not always trade-off, because sometimes we have beautiful sun and beautiful strong wind. But now we are less than 3 minutes to start, so soon we're gonna start. We're gonna be looking at racers and riders approaching the start. It seems that those that were sitting in the boat, they were on the boards in the water. Probably the camera angle was just showing another division spectating and looking at a little bit of picking what to do next with their own racing. So it seems like 40 seconds before the start, they are in full speed approaching the yes. So 2 minutes to start. Quick reminder: who is racing? Gio Mattis, having already 1 point from France. Costa Gladiadis from New Zealand, also 1 point. Sean Herbert from New Zealand, also 1 point. And now, without point yet, Julian Ratotti. If he wins this race, it means that game on again. If one of the other 3 sailors or riders wins the race, then we have winner and we have the regatta conclusion. Now we see that it's 1 minute to start, so action begins very, very shortly. Look how gentle it looks like, even though we know that their hearts must be pumping in the speed of, I bet it's 190, something like this, especially when they start pumping. But it looks a little bit like it looks a little bit like this quiet before the storm, like they're gently.
I also think that they cannot really rush on the board because they can distract the flow on the foils. So it's important that you are like aggressive.
And we see the start.
Smooth.
Look at this. Look how how beautifully it looked like. A little bit like predators.
Yeah.
Like a cat, like nothing, and then just boom, and the entire action is over. If you are a fan of watching these programs from nature, tiger or lion doesn't rush all the time. They just slowly wait, and then boom, and it's moment. A little bit like this in here. We saw the riders who just in the last 2 seconds they just. Boom, and they're racing.
And now we can also see like the stronger wind is coming. The dark patches on a.
Oh, look at this!
Whoa!
And to see who that might have been, we're gonna have to see. Probably this is Sean Herbert because we are seeing him in the 4th place. Most likely that was him. Very quick check. Neon orange wing. That's most likely Sean Herbert. If that is the case, well, chances for a win reduced. But as you said, it's never over till it's over. If happened to him, might happen to others. And they are already on top mark.
The gas was coming.
Yeah.
And so you really need to be prepared for the extra pressure that you're gonna feel on your wing. You cannot like lose the focus for any moment because a small mistake and you just end up in the water and it's game over actually.
Exactly, and what it seems to be that this extra gust just lifted him off the water, and when his wing lost the contact with water, then basically you're hung in the air, and you do not have this angle. You do not have any. Oh, this is the replay from the situation in which he just went up, and painful moment when others go 20 knots and you just don't. But in the meantime, we have already riders approaching the bottom mark. So Mattis Gio in the lead, followed by Costa Gladiadis. So these are 2 gentlemen who actually qualified to the grand final from qualifications, who also retired from first races. So for now, it looks like the energy saving strategy is paying off exactly. So super interesting to see this as. How much strategizing plays factor in the final outcome. Little bit risky, I would say, to withdraw in the previous race because then you, as you said, don't have a chance to actually win this race. But it looks like for now, at least, it is paying off for them. They are still in the lead, followed by Julian Ratotti, and if he would win, ladies and gentlemen, it would mean that we would see another race. He's a little bit behind the 2 leading gentlemen, so what we may actually see is
it's a close battle now for
super
the victory.
close battle. We're gonna request to see the tracking to show our viewers how close the battle is, and actually Costa Gladiadis will have to make 2 tacks to make the mark. make mark, I mean that to round the mark, and we see Costa Gladiadis making one of these tacks and approaching the mark.
But still managed to stay in front. Whoa,
Yes,
that's extremely close.
That's extremely close. Especially imagine that they don't see exactly everything on the other side of the wing. They have the little visor in the middle, but it is still something that is distorting the view. So imagine how precise they must be with so minimal information what is happening behind their wing. So now super close battle. Riders are approaching with the 25 knots, 26, 27 knots even, and rising. Costa Gladiadis going 28 knots of speed currently, so quick. We're gonna see them going to the mark.
It looks like Costa has a little bit better ley line. Probably he doesn't need to make another two maneuvers.
But he slowed down because of this. Have you seen that he decided not to make a jibe? But I think we have actually winner. Costa Gladiadis is on the finish line. We're gonna see now another one. This most likely is Matis Gio,
actually,
followed by another sailor who made another.
This is our event winner.
This is our event winner, yes. So that's why Matis Gio is on tracking, looking like he's still around the mark, because he just fell into water. Exactly. So thanks to this footage, we see now that winner of the regatta, Costa Gladiadis from New Zealand, made very, very beautiful race, and by winning this one got 2 points. 2 points needed to win the race, and now we are looking at the race winner
and the event winner.
And the event winner, exactly. Thank you, Agnieszka, for this. As Olympic medalist, you are so sharp that you know exactly what is happening on the water, even when you're not racing. That is remarkable. So once again, Costa Gladiadis, winner of the regatta, clearly happy, and clearly going right away to give the feedback to media, which is very, very much appreciated for the spectators to tell us his point of view. So this is what is coming down to. We see that Costa Gladiadis was very nicely making the mark, meaning being able to round the mark as planned, as it should be, and at the same time, in attempt to win the race, Matis Gio was, well, unfortunately for him, landed in the water. This is what happens when you, as in here, ride on the edge. I guess this is what we can safely say.
But this is what is required for winning races. You really need to push and sail on the edge.
Exactly. Imagine they would
squeeze the speed to the maximum.
Imagine if they would be just playing it safe. Playing it safe can be done when you are just enjoying your cruise, but in here they are going on the edge, as we could see. That's why sometimes capsizes happen. That's why sometimes maybe even contact happens. Like here, they avoided contact, but it was so close. And these are actually two gentlemen who were. It seems like he lost contact with the wing and fell into water. So while jibing, this is what Matis Gio had to do. He had to make 2 jibes to get into between. Let's do a little bit of product placement of our partner. If this is gate, and we have to go between these gates and follow further to the finish line. One of them was approaching nicely here, had to do a little bit like going down, lost the speed, but didn't risk extra maneuvers, and another one had to go from here and make a jibe to slide here, and while doing this lost the contact with the wing and landed in the water, and in the same moment Costa Gladiadis, flying half a meter over the water, secured a win. I am super, as you said, super thrilled with emotions of even just spectating. and commentating on this. I can't imagine what these riders must feel right now when they actually do this.
Yeah, we witnessed a lot of action and a lot of shifts. We couldn't really tell who's gonna win the last race. So yeah, it's very exciting to follow.
Do you have a verdict whether you like this format or not?
Actually, I like this kind of format. We can see that the leaders still manage to win the race. This is not a full lottery. What we could expect from such a format.
I am with you completely on that. This format, now in practice, spectated in practice, to me, exactly this. More interesting than if they would just carry points and let's say there's 17 points between you and me and I have no chance to win or just theoretical chance. So more chances for maybe not anybody, but for more riders to win and still fair, because those who had very big week before or very good sailing before and gained some advantage, they still can use this advantage. So,
and still they have secure places in a grand final.
Exactly.
So they know that they cannot drop further than fourth place.
And another thing, we could see extra different strategies from different riders. Some went into energy preservation mode and some went into they didn't have a chance not to race the previous ones and secure the points. So super exciting series. We have winners. So Costa Gladiadis from New Zealand winning men, and Klara Chalupnikova. Am I correct? After these emotions, please, Olympic
Yes,
medalist,
correct.
please
You are
correct me if I'm not. Klara Chalupnikova from Czech Republic winning in women. Thank you for this, Agnieszka, Skrzypulec, Szota.
And Piotr Kula.
Thank you so much for being with us. Remember to like and comment LOTTO Gdynia Sailing Days events, and see you next time.
Państwem ekspres losy. Ekspres o tym tempie. Ekspresowo uśmiecha się los. O, jak pięknie lecą worki z kasą, kiedy czermany w oko wpadają. A tobie co przyniesie los? Grajcie i wygrywajcie w punktach LOTTO. Ekspres losy. Co za sztosy.